Hello and welcome to the Downtown Kentucky podcast. That's right, we came back for a second episode. You
That's
thought we'd
right.
fail
We're
again? Well, not yet.
still doing it. Yeah, for now.
Yeah, will we? Maybe, yeah, probably.
We're like kind of persistent.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm not, I don't want to toot my own horn, but if anything, I've actually stepped up the production this episode, so.
Look at us
Yeah,
doing
so if
things.
anything, we're more prepared for this one than normal, so.
Yeah, and I watched the thing that I was supposed to,
That's,
so we could talk about it.
ooh,
Oh, it's
content.
crazy.
Well, something special, we're going to just kind of, as we say in our other videos, we're going to kind of just jump right into it with our first little topic here, which is a special one for our channel. It's been 6 months. Today is the 6-month anniversary of our first video, that Minecraft video with, departed from our channel but not from the world, Aaron.
The dearly departed
Dearly departed,
from our channel.
gone but not forgotten, gone too soon, if you will.
Mm,
But he's alive.
yeah.
He's just not. He only did that one video with us.
Yeah, unfortunate, really.
Yeah.
That he was taken from our channel so soon.
It's just a shame. The good always leave so soon. But yeah, it's been 6 months, and
It has.
oh, thank you all Odie for following.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Welcome.
dropping in.
Yeah. So it's 6 months. What's been your favorite moment from our first
Chat.
6 months? Chat, just chat in general.
Yeah, no. I was saying, chat, what's your favorite?
Oh, you're just not gonna answer.
For no one who's here.
Yeah. Whoa. It just popped up. It
Oh,
popped from
actually,
0 to
yeah.
2 out of nowhere.
I lied.
Yeah.
And now we're at 1.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Cool.
But it doesn't matter because I can't load the viewer list, so I don't know who's in chat.
Who knows? What's been your favorite moment?
My favorite moment from our 6 months of streaming so far.
Mm-hmm. That's the question. I gave you this question. You had time to prepare. What is this?
I think it has to be the Halloween themed episode of
Halloween in
Human Fall
August.
Flat.
Yes. That was also going to be my answer. You jerk.
I'm sorry. Where we had that sudden spike of viewers.
Yeah, it
and
was really good. No, that
it
was
very strange and active, and we were really kind of just vibing as we went through the levels.
well because you
Everything
took
felt just very
because you took
extremely natural.
because you took the real answer. I guess I'll say let's go with what's the second heave ho stream.
The second Evo stream.
Yeah, not to be confused with the first one that failed. I'm talking about the second one that also failed, and therefore there is no record of anymore because it was a complete jumbled technology mess.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are barely making this thing work. Baby.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, the first one was because we weren't using Parsec yet, and the second one was because you had poop internet.
Yeah. I think my second favorite moment was honestly our first Minecraft stream. Or
I mean, I'm just the guy, just like the one with Aaron.
I think so, where we
Oh.
had, random guy jump into stream, and it kind of was that the time that we had a random person jump into chat?
I don't remember.
No?
I don't remember. Maybe. I mean,
Because I know we definitely had a random viewer jump into one of our Minecraft streams.
yeah. I think that might have been that one. It might have been our second one. I don't remember. I think I remember which viewer you're talking about. Like, I think, but.
Yeah, it was that, and then I think shortly afterwards, Meme Lord
Whoa,
joined
yeah,
us.
the legend of Meme Lord.
Yeah, that would probably have to be my second, if not contending for
I
the
think
first.
my second.
Because that was the moment where it clicked like, oh, hey, maybe this is something that we could do.
Legitimately, my legitimate first was the same thing you said. That one Halloween themed Human Fall Flat video. My second favorite video or moment is also a video that you can't watch, but legitimately, unlike the heave ho joke, it is the third ever vanilla Minecraft video where we kind of did a
Yes.
backdoor pilot for Kentucky Route 5, which, hey, if you like hearing us talk, go watch those old episodes of Kentucky Route 5. If they spike in viewership, maybe we'll bring them back.
Yeah, who knows?
But yeah, those.
Also, what's up, Drew Dog? Welcome to chat.
Oh yeah, welcome.
Thanks for dropping in.
Um, but yeah, so that one was just really fun. It was fun just to talk about things from our childhood. That's a fun kind of little topic to do.
That was a good time.
It was.
That was a good time. All the time flew by very naturally. That was back when we were doing like 3.5 hour streams.
Yeah, we were doing 3-hour Minecraft streams twice a week.
Yeah, it was very sustainable, really, when you think about it.
I mean, it wasn't. Like, it wasn't good for YouTube, but it wasn't a bad thing for Twitch. Like, it was.
Yeah, it had its pros and cons,
Yeah.
but mostly it's cons.
Yeah. That's why we don't do it anymore.
Which is why we're not doing it.
That's why we don't. I'd say that's why we're not doing Minecraft anymore, but that's not. It's just my servers just stopped working, and I kept trying to get them to work, and they wouldn't. So I gave up for a little while.
Yeah, that did happen. That did really suck the life out of our Minecraft.
It really did. Like
series.
Yeah.
That we were
when we lost all of our content.
Pretty happy doing.
Yeah.
It wasn't doing fantastic for us by any stretch of the imagination.
If you want to see part of those series, you can go see, the Stone Block series. That is available on our YouTube. So, I mean, that's one of the Minecraft series we did. There was like 3 or 4 others that failed that are gone forever.
Yeah.
But that one is there.
Sure is.
Yeah. Well, that's enough, stroking our own egos here. Time to move on to the next.
I mean, it's valid.
Time to move on to the next topic, which is, just kind of weird TV news.
Which I'm not updated with because I haven't had like cable in years.
That's fair. I have cable, but I definitely also don't watch reality television. But there is a new reality TV show that was just weird enough that I felt like we had to talk about it. And that's Alter Ego, I believe is the name, if I remember my research properly, which was Googling the name. Which
sounds like another American Idol clone, but
yeah, it's The Voice, it's American Idol, it's all those things, but now it's AI.
Ooh. Now we've got VTuber.
Yeah, it's basically VTubers, but on like real TV, which is weird.
Yeah. Old white guys in a room somewhere said, "How do we capitalize off of VTubers?" Is old white men.
Well, we make another singing competition.
People still watch singing.
We'll put it on right after the Masked Singer. That'll be our lead-in.
Yeah, because everybody knows that the audience that is watching American Idol or The Voice is also really interested in VTuber.
I mean, they might be, honestly, because it's just another singing competition show, and I feel like there is a singing competition audience that just likes singing competitions.
Will consume anything where people are singing.
Yeah.
That's valid.
It sounds weird. It also sounds like, from what the tiny bit of research I did, which was not much, because I'll be honest, I didn't care that much, but it did sound weird enough to talk about. Does also sound like the whole idea is not to like build up a brand as the VTuber. It's just another voice where you don't know what they are. So now the fat people can sing without you judging them. Like that sounds like it's something like that. Like because there was some mention of like I don't remember who I think Grimes is one of the hosts because of course she is.
Of course, right.
I think there's an audio clip of her being like, "Oh, I can't wait till we get to see them." It's like, okay, so is that the idea of this show? Is just the winner just becomes a singer? They don't become like the next, what's the name of like the really famous Japanese one? Like it's like an anime girl. Hitsukaru Miku or something like that.
No, my friend. That's Hatsune Miku.
Sorry. See, you knew what it was, but couldn't help me when I just started describing it. So.
No, good.
All right, so yeah, it doesn't sound like they're trying to be the next Hatsune Miku. They're trying to be just the next person who won a singing competition who releases like one album and no one cares.
Classic. We love to hear that.
Hi, Weeagooby. Welcome to chat.
What's up? I don't have chat open because I'm looking at the topics list on my phone. Hitsune. No, not quite. Not quite. Oh, Troop Dog is back in chat. Let's go.
Whoop whoop. Troop Dog.
Whoop, whoop,
That's
whoopty whoop.
Yep. All right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to our next topic, which is it's a weird one. So there's it was in Indiana. There was this popcorn fest, and
of course there was.
Yeah, of course. As you do when Indiana, you do a popcorn fest because what else are you going to do? You're in Indiana.
What else would you do in Indiana?
And this is not me getting political. Just part of the story is that they had what was the word I'm looking for? They had a parade, and the local Republican Party decided to have a float. And so this popcorn fest happened to be on 9/11. So they wanted to have what they thought was going to be a tasteful tribute. But oh buddy, was it not?
Oh no!
Yeah, those have smoke machines in them for our audio listeners. It's a float of the two towers with some crashes into them, and they're smoking, and
I think has to be the biggest yikes I've seen in a while.
It's a ooh, what? You did that? Okay.
Wow.
To be fair, it does sound like their intention was like, oh, it's on 9/11, we want to, remember 9/11. Yeah, but instead, it's this. And it's just...
somebody had to make these.
Yeah.
And it was like the entire time through the process, they're like, yeah, this is a good idea.
There's a whole committee and a bunch of people who worked on this, and not one of them thought, wait, what if we just put like a fire hat? I mean, there's ways, if you want, that's what you want to do, there's ways to do this tastefully, that aren't literally two cardboard smoking towers.
Yeah, or you could do like a little memoriam float of the Ground Zero thing that
100%. There's a lot of ways this could have been done tastefully, but instead they're towers with smoke machines in them, because it couldn't just be the two towers standing there. They had to be the two towers on fire.
Yeah, no, they did. They really... Well, we're in Indiana, Austin.
That's true. It is in Indiana. There is a video that I'm not going to play because I don't want to deal with trying to get the rights to it or anything like that. But there is a video with like the people in the crowd be like, "Whoa, wait, really? Like, who thought this was like?" It's some great stuff. Like.
Oh, well, now I gotta watch that.
Yeah, you gotta go out. Everyone, go out of your way. Google, Popcorn Fest 9/11, which you'll find the articles which have the links to the video. It's a little fun watch. I believe there is a little language in it, so it's not our normal PG content. So, fair warning.
Yeah, viewers beware. You're in for a scare.
But if you but if you want to watch it, it is kind of funny.
Oh dear.
Now,
for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, it's not great.
Oh jeez.
Well, next thing we have on our topic list is we're doing a little Grandpa yells at TikTok again, because that was a very fun segment from last week, where I just didn't understand why TikTok is a thing. But we're actually going to talk about it in reverse order from what it says on there, Chris, because it sounds like you have more to talk about for the first one. So
yeah, I don't even know what the second part is.
So the second one, this is, I believe, popular on TikTok in England.
In England
is what they is called. You find the videos from #beaning. It's beaning is what you do on there, and it's honestly what it sounds like. You just kind of like
Eat beans?
Nope, you open cans of beans and like throw them everywhere. You do a little bit of making a mess, but with beans, so it's not that big a deal. It's fun. It's some good old fun pranking with
You know,
beans.
Zoomers make fun of our sense of humor, and then their sense of humor is, oh, I
Oh,
dropped the thing.
beans!
Oh, I made a mess. Isn't
Oh,
that
the
crazy?
beans!
Like the all of the videos where people like pour milk onto a counter next to a glass,
You know, it's all
and I'm just like,
I don't get it. It's not for
that's
me.
not funny.
No, it's not
It's
for me.
just upsetting.
Even though according to certain cutoffs, I am technically Gen Z. It's not.
Just,
And I identify as a millennial or a cusper because I don't feel like I quite fit in either, but I definitely don't identify as Gen Z because things like beaning.
I get some Gen Z humor. This one, that's a big old no for me,
But it's
dog.
beans, Chris. Don't you get it?
I mean, I think yes, beans are hilarious.
But it's beans.
Objectively, beans are funny.
But Chris, what about beans?
But throwing beans all over the place
But you also gotta
is
think about it.
not
This
funny.
isn't American beans. These are like the British beans and like the brown sauce. So it's a sticky, gross mess. So extra funny.
I mean, we have Bush's baked barbecue beans, so
Well, yeah, but that's baked beans. These are just this is for them. It's just beans.
it's just beans.
It's just beans.
Beans.
Have it on your breakfast with some toast.
Some beans and toasts in the morning. Or
Or just
in
a-
it.
Hey,
In it Tuesday.
If you tuned in from England, sorry for offending you.
Yeah. Sorry, guess you should have not been from England.
Oh, stop it!
Get rid.
Isn't Meme Lord from England?
I don't know.
I think he might be.
Get wrecked, meme lord. Keep that.
Second reference. Of
Boston
Meme
Tea Party. Am I right? Yeah.
All right, moving right along to our second TikTok
That's fair.
challenge to talk about.
Also, just to make things perfectly clear, that was disingenuous and all in jest. That's not how I actually
I
feel
think
about
Chris.
the English.
I believe Chris actually hates the British.
No,
Chris
yeah,
was
that's fair.
all for Brexit because he was happy Europe was getting rid of England.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, so our next TikTok challenge to talk about, because it's TikTok news time.
It's TikTok time, everybody.
It's TikTok
Don't at
time.
me.
We're going to talk about Devious Lick.
Yeah.
Which apparently, once new vernacular is lick means to steal, which is part of why it's there, because sometimes stealing is involved, but also sometimes it's just
Destroying things.
destroying a bath. Specifically, like high school bathrooms is like the
Yeah.
place they really like to attack. You know, to make the poor janitors who've done nothing wrong have more work.
Yeah, and also punish their fellow students.
Yeah. There's like a specific. I think it was in Texas. There was like there's like certain like schools who like aren't letting kids go to the bathroom anymore, and like
Yeah.
parents are like calling like, why is my kid saying he can go to the bathroom? Oh, because they're not allowed to right now. Because I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. Kids are stupid sometimes, and they did it to themselves
I would
here.
be willing to say
Yeah.
most of the time.
I'm not gonna go that far in case we have any children tune in and want to like our content.
Hey, I'm sure all of the kids who are watching agree that devious licks are stupid and a bad idea.
Yeah, no, it's just I don't get it. Like, I don't get the prank.
Anything for clout, Austin.
Yeah, no,
Anything for clout.
I get that. For some reason, someone decided this gives you clout, but I don't get why someone thought initially, hey, let's just damage stuff, and that's what people are like. That guy's cool now.
I've watched a few videos on this because I watched the one thing, and that really sent me into a rabbit hole. I was like, why would anyone do this?
Okay.
And it seems like the first was kind of just someone stole a hand sanitizer
Okay.
pump.
Started
was,
out
like,
relatively innocent enough. Still
Using
bad.
it to
Still a crime.
distribute hand sanitizer to people in school.
Mildly amusing. Relatively
But
no
yeah,
harm.
I don't really know how it evolved into just causing
When in doubt, things
damage.
have to escalate, though. That's the thing is,
No, that's true.
one person did that, and the next person like, well, what's bigger than stealing hand sanitizer? What if I
Destroyed
destroy
a
the
whole
whole
bathroom.
bathroom.
What if I stole an entire toilet?
For real though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Among the list of things people have stolen, there is an entire toilet, the bathroom sinks,
Okay.
uh, the stall divider.
Oh. All right.
They didn't take the toilets. They left the toilets, but now the people pooping next to each other just have to,
I mean, to be fair, it's an American toilet, so you already could kind of see into it. Weirdly enough, you
I
know.
mean, barely. Now it's just like
But the
you're
thing
making
is,
eye
Chris,
contact.
I just want to acknowledge that's a stupid thing America does. Because you said, "Oh, barely." That's your American talking. If you're from anywhere else, that's crazy. They don't do that.
Do they not have bathroom
No,
dividers in foreign countries?
they do, but they
Or
like
stall dividers?
they don't have the like half-inch to an inch holes where you can see through them like you can in ours. It's much closer where you can't see through it because they're there for privacy. Why is there a gaping hole in most of them?
That's valid.
Like, that's a weird America stupid thing where it's like we like to have the choice for people to stare into our bathroom stalls.
Yeah, well, they got to know if somebody's in there.
Fair enough.
What if the door's closed?
Uh,
Surely somebody's not using the restroom in there. Surely it's just, somebody accidentally closed the door. Also, welcome, Meme Lord, to the Downtown Kentucky
oh, Meme
podcast.
Lord,
What's up?
we've talked about you a
Glad to
bunch.
have you.
We've talked to you about a bunch today, so I guess go watch the
Yeah, in like
recap
the first
later.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
You're
Nothing
part of
bad,
our
don't worry.
favorite moments.
Not you are. We love you, Meme Lord. Speaking of
Don't
Meme
get a big
Lord,
head about it.
just kidding. Speaking of poop, because
Oh,
toilets and bathrooms, we're gonna move on to our poop segment, which is surprisingly
I don't
there's
like that we have a poop segment on the podcast right now, I'll be honest.
there's two stories that stuck out to me this week about poop.
Welcome to the Downtown Kentucky podcast. We talk about poop.
Hey, this episode's literally titled "We Talk About Poop?" Question mark.
Oh,
So yeah, no, we talk about poop today. Uh, our first story about poop is, I guess we need a little setup. You've probably heard, if you've heard of anyone who has a pet and has a Roomba. Roombas love to not realize they hit poop and then smear it across the entire house.
mm.
There are tons of stories of basically that exact thing happening where it's just like, oh, the dog pooped on the carpet today, and when the Roomba went out to clean the carpet, it smeared poop across the whole house.
That's honestly hilarious.
It is, because we don't have to deal with it.
No, I don't. It's awesome. Love
And,
it.
well, the comedy is drying up because the new Roombas are going to have AI technology to stop when they hit poop.
And really, that is a tragedy for me exclusively.
But you act like... Yeah, Wea Gooby, like she said here, she'd be really mad if that happened. Well, don't worry, now it's not going to happen thanks to AI technology. It won't
Thanks
happen
to the
anymore.
power of detecting.
Which also...
it can't tell whether there's a sofa in front of it, but boy,
now
it'll know if there's poop.
let's be honest, I'd rather it figure that out and stop that from happening.
That's true. Like, you gotta wonder what, like, coding they put into the AI to recognize poop specifically. They're like, yeah, this one smells.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
We put a human nose inside of the Roomba.
I just kind of heard that and wrote it down. It's like, oh, that's cool-ish. That's a weird thing to talk about. I did
mention that briefly.
Yeah, I did not do any research on how.
And you know what? I'm disappointed.
You know what? Fine. And, we're moving on. Actually, I just realized, I remembered, I'm actually lying. This next story isn't about poop. This next story is about pee.
Pee. And poop.
It is. It's a little bit about both, but it's more about pee. So, there's a problem in the world. You've probably heard of, cows.
Global warming?
Yes, but you've probably heard of cows and how they're, farts. There's a lot of methane and haha, cow farts are destroying the world. It's true. It's a problem. Good luck fixing cow farts without just stopping to eat cows, which I like beef, so...
Yeah.
But yeah,
Beef is tasty, I
but
tell you
one of the
what.
other problems that we, I guess, didn't know we had is cow pee can cause problems. Because,
Such as.
well, I will get to that. The problem with cow pee is the nitrogen in their pee can mix with their poop, and creates ammonia, which can lead to make acid rain.
That's a reflex.
No,
No.
no, 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 not acid reflux. Not ooh, my tummy hurts. No, no, it's raining acid because of cow pee and poop.
You hate to see it.
So scientists were like, "This is a problem. Let's potty train cows."
Yeah, I think that's the logical response.
I mean, it was either that or Well, I think is let's be real. Their first response was, "Ooh, cows are creating problems." Was let's make like really good artificial meat. Like they're there's like the like the scientist grown meat that they're trying to work on. But everyone is creeped out by it. So like, I guess we'll teach the cows how to pee in a special area. So they made the Mooloo, as they call it. That's right, Mooloo. Scientists, they like their jokes.
Sounds like a Pokemon.
Mooloo, I choose you.
Yeah,
And then Milk Tank goes in and pees in it.
Pees and poops into a toilet.
It's not actually a toilet per se. It's like a little special divided area like that they can go into, and they pee, and the pee falls into the special thing and gets collected. And surprisingly enough, they're actually doing a really good job of training calves to pee in the designated area. And they're doing it the way that a lot of parents do, and that's rewarding them with sweets.
Ah.
Yeah. So the way that it worked is they had like, I want to say it was like, I think they tried it on like 16 new calves, and if they would put them into the Mooloo, and when they went to the bathroom in it, they would get a little bit of molasses.
Ooh.
And so they did that for a little bit, and they let them have their own choice, like wherever they wanted to go. And the ones who went in got molasses, and the ones who didn't got like cold water squirted into their mouth.
Oh.
And then after they stopped doing like the cold water and just like, hey, do your thing, 11 out of the 16 cows would go choose to use the Mooloo, and they would keep getting their reward of their little molasses. But yeah, so potty training cows possible.
It sounds Pavlovian conditioning.
Yeah, it feels like a really bad episode of MythBusters.
Or a strange episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah. Can we teach cows how to the myth? Cows can be taught how. Yeah, cows can be taught how to, be potty trained. MythBusters. I don't believe that, and then they find it out, and then it gets the passable or passed or confirmed or whatever. I don't remember. I haven't watched MythBusters in years.
Not busted.
Yeah, the not busted, but not. I think plausible is for
not
the ones
myth.
that like. It could happen, but probably not. So I think this is like confirmed or passed or whatever. I don't remember.
It's the thing.
It's the thing that they do on MythBusters. Remember MythBusters?
MythBusters, guys.
It was really sad when Grant died.
Right. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Oh, what's up? We got credit for 4 viewers,
even
though I don't think there's.
Well, it says we have 4. We have, according to my end, it says
We're finally getting credit for Droop Dog.
Yeah, Droop Dog, boy.
Let's go.
All right. Well, it's time to move on to our
next topic.
Yeah, my brain blanked there. Which is kind of new things that have been announced news by Disney.
That's right.
So we'll start with the movie. Let's start with the movie announcement, which is Bob's Burgers.
Oh my gosh.
All Meme Lord's here. Oh no! Apparently Meme Lord's not potty trained. Well, Meme Lord, you take your diaper and you go see Bob's Burgers, the movie, in theaters, because the corporate
2022.
Yeah, it's only next year. It's not that long. We're already in September, Chris.
Oh, that's true. That's crazy.
Yeah. Life is over as we know it, and it won't end, and just time keeps going.
Speaking of life being over, on an unrelated note to Bob's Burgers movie, we live in Texas, and supposedly Texas is supposed to get its one of the coldest winters it's ever had this coming summer or this coming winter.
Yeah. To be fair, I think it might be the coldest overall. I don't know if we're gonna have the
Another ice
record, yeah, the
apocalypse?
record cold we had last time. It's more so just the whole winter is going to be really cold. I think. I
Mm.
hope. Because
So,
we're not prepared because Texas learned nothing last time.
no, why would we really? When you think about it,
Because
that would
they just
only
kept
make sense.
talking about it being, it's the once in a lifetime thing, and scientists were like, no, it's gonna keep happening, and
No, global climate change is happening.
and Governor Abbott was like, no, and also I'm
Nope,
gonna take away women's
wasn't.
rights. And it's like, oh, okay, that's not what we asked you to fix. Um, but yeah, on a more
Bob's
fun note,
Burgers movie.
back to Bob's Burgers, the movie. Apparently, this movie
EA
has been
cheese
in
curd.
like, speaking of crappy things in the past couple of years, there's been a certain thing that's been happening that I can't mention because of, this is going on YouTube. But you know the thing that's been happening.
Yeah,
Well,
you do.
apparently this movie has been kind of a victim of it. I believe this movie was first supposed to come out in 2020, then got moved to this year, and now is getting moved back to next year. Or, 2022. This is the third date. It's coming
Crazy.
out sometime in 2022, hopefully.
Hopefully, we'll see.
And yeah, so I like Bob's Burgers. I only watched like the first couple seasons and just kind of stopped watching it. I was watching it on Hulu. Thank you, our Disney overlords. Um, yeah, so this movie, it's happening. Are you
Sure
excited?
is.
I feel like
I'm excited.
Yeah, you watch more Bob's Burgers than I have, right?
Yeah, I watched all about Burgers.
Okay, yeah. I
Like
want to
all of
watch
the
it.
episodes.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna watch it at some point, but I
I
haven't.
love all the characters in it. Sure.
I from the couple
Right.
seasons I saw, I also really enjoyed the show. I just stopped watching one day, and sometimes when I stop watching a show, I don't go back,
That's fair.
and
I'm
that
not
happened with
gonna go.
Bob's Burgers. So yeah, that's Bob's Burgers. It has a movie. There's really not a lot of details about it other than it exists. So
Yeah.
there's
And
not
it's
much to
coming
talk
finally.
about on here. Yeah, and it's
Woo.
hopefully finally coming out.
Woo.
But speaking of Disney properties, thank you, our Disney overlords. We have the Proud Family Reboot, which
That's right.
I'll be honest, the only reason we're talking about, because here's the thing, reboots, they happen, they're a dime a dozen these days. Everything's getting rebooted or remade or something.
True.
But the reason we're talking about this is because of this picture you see right here on the video podcast.
That's right.
It's the guest stars list, because apparently that's what they're trying to sell the show on. There's a list of roughly 20, 25 probably names on this list. On this one picture, it's just names. Yeah, you got, and we'll list off some of them for our audio listeners. You got Lizzo, Lil Nas X, Chance the Rapper, Normani, Tiffany Haddish, Gabrielle Union. I'm going to skip down a little bit. Al Roker, making a return, I believe, because I believe he was on the show back in the day.
Mm.
All right, sorry, I was distracted for a
Distracted.
second. Yep. We got Jaden Smith, Eva Longoria. Those are the names I recognize. Brenda Song. Those are the names I recognize. There's also a bunch of other people. Like, it's too many people. I don't know how this can be good when they feel the need to sell it on, look at all the people we bring in for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what this reminds me of is like an announcement for ATX.
That's
Like,
fair.
look at all these musical artists we have.
If this was
that
a
are gonna
concert,
be here,
I would maybe consider going. Hearing Al Roker do his spoken word.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just hope that someday with the help of magic from unicorns, we can become famous enough to be in a Proud Family reboot too.
Yeah, louder and prouder, and
Again.
also louder again. Oh, jeez.
That was
So,
just
anyway.
just explain that to the audio listeners and the YouTube listeners. That was a joke due to just bots in the chat.
Yeah, random bot in the chat
Yeah.
trying to sell followers.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
at first I wasn't gonna acknowledge it, but then I thought of a funny way to acknowledge it, so I did. Hopefully you found it as funny as I did. But that's really it. I liked the Proud Family. It was fun. I might give this a try. I don't
Yeah,
know. It just
we'll
it's
see.
it's weird. It's
Unless it's
really.
on Disney Premier Access,
I don't think
and
it
then
is.
I
I
won't
think this is
pay
a
it.
Disney Plus show. I think this is a relaunch show, not a movie.
Oh,
I believe. So,
okay.
yeah, the
Okay.
Proud Family. It's coming out.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Speaking of
Let's.
coming out, we have to make some admissions. Uh, we
We This is a very
sorry.
serious topic we're about to
Yeah,
discuss.
we
Downtown
have to make some
Kentucky.
apologies.
We've made mistakes.
Yeah,
One very glaring one is last week on the podcast, we made the very unexcusable mistake of saying that the video game Infamous was made by Naughty Dog. And just frankly, that wasn't true.
yeah, we did lie to you guys.
And also, I want to say, it is all Weeagooby's fault. I do believe she fed us that information, if I remember right.
So
So,
yes, we are in fact deflecting this
this is
blame
all on her.
onto Weeagooby.
And but officially make this correction properly, like we should, we would like to thank the amazing Sucker Punch Productions for the amazing game series Infamous they created for us.
That's right.
Please,
And
please forgive us.
if
We
you
don't
like
deserve
Infamous and you like Sucker Punch, they also made Sly Cooper,
it. They did. They did.
the entire Sly Cooper series. Fun fact. There you go.
Sly Cooper.
And this time, that isn't a lie.
Yes. Sly Cooper, a great video game mascot. So great, he doesn't make a list that we do later in this video.
That's right. Oh,
But
yeah.
before we get to anything like that, and Ghost of Tsushima, as Beemore points out, which is also true.
Yeah,
It's another great game Sucker Punch made. Sucker Punch, great studio. Too bad we forgot who they were last week.
Yeah. Too bad we're idiots. Whoops. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Hey, that whole conversation started because we thought they made it. They were Insomniac made the game, and they were like, "Oh no, it's not. It's Naughty Dog," but it wasn't Naughty Dog.
Sure wasn't.
But the point is, Insomniac, Naughty Dog, excuse me, and Sucker Punk Productions, Sucker Punch,
Punchy.
Sucker Punk. It's my new studio I'm starting. Sucker Punch. They all make great games. Please support them. If we can help you with anything, we tell you go support those game studios that will never don't care at all that we sent you to them.
Yeah, unless we get really big in the gaming community eventually, and then they send us free games when they make.
Please do. We'll play anything.
I'll definitely play.
We'll sell out for anyone.
I'll sell out for Sucker Punch for sure.
I'll sell out for anything. You pay me $10 to shill a product, I'll probably do it.
Well, I gotta vet the product to make sure that it's
sure. But let's just say there was a website called BigFollows.com. And you could go there and get followers. I would never shill that because it's an obvious scam, and
obvious.
People who would support that are idiots.
Yeah, man. Speaking of people who would support things being idiots, we should do a bit on Bitcoins at some point. Well, not Bitcoin specifically.
We kind of did last week. We talked about
Yeah. I was just talking more like generally about like
we can do it now.
Not really Bitcoin, but like altcoins.
Chris, we're running through this kind of quickly. If you have something to say about altcoin, you can say it now.
Stop.
Okay.
Stop supporting altcoin. It's killing the world, and
Chris,
it's also deflating our economy.
What Chris meant to say is buy Dogecoin now.
No, buy Bitcoin. Don't buy Dogecoin. I mean, Dogecoin is at the cheapest it's ever been. Which
means it's gotta rise, guys. I'm joking. Please, any sort of algorithm that picks up those words, understand that was a joke. I am not telling anyone to buy anything.
Yeah, we are not pumpers or dumpers.
But I will say, if you do have money you want to invest it in Disney Plus. Thank you, our Disney overlords.
Jeez Louise.
That's the bit. Of overlords. That's the bit today. So yeah, that's a good transition. Chris, this is all you. You take over from here. Tell us about the great supreme leader. Just kidding. That's North Korea.
I mean, honestly. Okay, so our next segment is something I did a little. Well, I did. I watched a documentary on today, and it heard about previously, um, called Factory City Yupa, uh, which is about this giant Chinese factory called Yupa. Uh,
wait. You're telling me the documentary called Yupa is about something called Yupa?
yeah, yeah, that's crazy. Actually, a Taiwanese company. Uh, but yeah, the factory is located in China. Uh, the the city, because it is a city, is 4 football fields long.
All right.
Uh, to put that in perspective, it's the size of the city of Monaco, um,
Okay.
and houses 17,000 people.
All right.
Uh, so a fair
Kind of
amount
more
of
of a
people
town, if you ask me. Just
for, a factory,
oh,
a
yeah. I guess if you look at it like that,
considerable
yeah.
amount of bodies. Uh,
Fine.
and it's kind of wild, just watching this, uh, especially from like a Western perspective, because the thought of living where you work, is kind of just, it sounds terrible
That
and
was
awful.
Walt Disney's original plan for Epcot.
Yeah, it was. Sure
Yeah, Epcot
was.
was supposed to be like a city you lived in and worked in, and instead it became one of the more boring parks at Disney World.
True. It's also what the little apartments, I think, on the Disney property also were not intended for like workers to live there, but for like Disney residents to live there,
Yeah.
so they could just always be at Disney all the time.
I
Uh,
just needed to bring that up because praise be to our Disney overlords.
Jeez,
But
I don't like this
back
part.
to
This is scary.
China or something. I don't know.
Back to
Just kidding.
China.
Actually, like I just mentioned, our great Disney overlords, they love China. Please keep letting them release their movies in China. Please, China,
They do.
please.
Uh, Jeez. Uh, it was fascinating. It was both really impressive, to see like all the efficiency, uh, and just like the way all the pieces fell into place so that everything could be just made as fast as humanly possible, and also really depressing at the same time.
Yeah.
Uh, so, um, for context, most of the people who work here, in these factories, like, came from poverty, um, and I mean are still getting paid like criminally low wages, but that's just Chinese labor force in general. Um,
I have no opinions on China whatsoever.
but it, so the people working here are just like incredibly grateful because basically Yupa has saved them from a life of poverty and
Yeah.
struggle,
So what we're
um,
really saying is China's really cool.
and put them in a place where they don't have to worry about housing because they live there. Yeah, all their houses and dormitories are within the city, right? Uh, you get married there. They have mass weddings
Oh,
for the employees,
okay.
which is wild.
A little dystopian.
Yeah,
It,
yeah, no,
we're transitioning from utopia to dystopia. All right, okay.
yeah, it's like you get this super utopian sense, and then like the longer you watch it, it's like, oh, this I could see how this is not good.
Yeah, that's fair.
Um, and it definitely might just be because like I have a Westerner's perspective, um,
That's
and
fair.
I don't have the same values. Um, but it was so surreal to watch, and just like the way that, all these people are kind of interreliant on each other, and even like the restaurants that are located in Yupa, uh, because they have to feed 17,000 people, because the next restaurant outside of Yupa's, a little bit longer than a bike ride away. Uh, and so they've got all this mass amounts of food that they have to prepare, with a team of 50 people. to feed 17,000 people.
What?
And so, and you know, there's multiple restaurants. It's not like it's one
Oh.
restaurant's job to feed
Oh.
everybody, because
Oh.
that would be insane.
Yeah, there's at least two.
But even if you know, you have 10 major restaurants,
Yeah.
that's still feeding like over 5,000 people. No,
No, it would be that. There's 10 restaurants. It'd be 1,700 people per restaurant.
you're still
If
feeding over a
yeah,
thousand
it
people a
would be
day,
700 people per
which
restaurant
is
if they
still
chose to
insane.
split perfectly evenly.
And that's lunch and dinner.
No breakfast.
And maybe breakfast. I don't.
There's
Really
no breakfast.
know
I'm not signing up to go to Yupa. It's kind of
I
It's the
mean,
deal breaker.
I mean,
Make it or break it. Give me breakfast. I'll show up, Yupa. Give me breakfast and a Disney Plus subscription, and I'll be there in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it was really cool and scary and depressing.
Fair.
But all of the people, and I'm sure, you know, if there was anyone who was unhappy, they didn't let them film them. But all of the people that you saw on camera,
China lying about the conditions? Impossible.
highly improbable. But it's
We're gonna get this video banned in China. Great, Chris.
Oh, probably, absolutely,
Great, Chris.
absolutely. Yeah, so they have these mass weddings where, like, there's this giant arch and couples proceed through, and all of their coworkers and all of their yellow shirts and black pants are sitting on the sidelines just cheering.
All right.
Uh,
We're back to Utopia.
and then there is the service sector of Yupa,
Okay.
which is composed of 200 people.
Okay.
And kind of has to field the complaints of everybody who lives there. And not only that, but also to make sure that, like, all of the different fields of work are flowing smoothly. So they're kind of like the overlords of Yupa.
Oh, like a great Overlord, but they're probably not as good as Disney.
I can't imagine that they are. But yeah, it was truly wild, and I would absolutely recommend, if you've got some time to kill, watching Factory City Yupa.
What do they make at Yupa? Did they tell you that on there, or is it just it's a factory?
Yeah, so Yupa produces mainly grills, like
Okay.
compact grills,
All right.
coffee makers,
Oh.
irons,
Ooh.
and I think those were their three major
All right.
products that they made. I think they make, they said 50,000 grills
Okay.
in a day.
Seems a little excessive, but maybe
Yeah.
there's a demand for that. I don't know. I don't know the demand for grills.
And they make over like 9 different series of coffee makers.
Ooh.
It's pretty nuts, like
Yeah.
the volume and the efficiency that they have. And they have like a parts manager who manages all of the parts for all of the different things that are made in the factory.
One person manages all the what?
And so, you know, if they're short on lug nuts, you know, he's got a bicycle over to the parts manufacturers, which is also in the house, mind you. So he's got a bike all the way over, and then I need 2,000. And if they're short on the materials to make the parts, then, you know, his job's on the line.
Yeah.
And it's just the way that everything worked together was honestly mind-boggling to think about. Yeah, be grateful, question mark, that we live in America, question mark.
Sure.
And we don't have to worry about our future.
That's
wait,
true.
no, we do have to worry
Oh,
about our
wait.
future, and everything isn't laid out for us and planned out. Yeah.
What if they have any
Yeah.
YouTube channels out of Yupa?
So I'm moving to China.
Oh, okay.
Also, what's up, Ishwar?
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
up,
we're
Ishwar?
talking about Factory City Yupa,
Yeah.
and the absolute insanity of the utopian slash dystopian
Yeah.
present that they live in.
It's weird, but yeah, it's just weird.
It is really weird to think
I
about.
think it might be time though for a new segment. Well,
Oh, no segment?
not a new time for a returning segment. Last
Time to
week,
move on to our next segment,
there it
which is a
is.
returning segment.
Yes, last
Ah,
week we talked about our new segment, which is called Movie Club. Which, if this is your first time tuning in, Movie Club, it's a book club, but for movies. If you don't know what a book club is,
read a
it's a
book.
movie club, but for books. Um,
I like that. That was clever.
well, our first movie we watched was Wild West.
And boy, howdy.
Howdy,
Was it a
partner.
wild ride?
Was it one of the worst movies I've ever seen?
Yeah, so for context, Austin has never watched Wild Wild West,
Well, no, I
and
have
I,
now, sadly.
yeah,
Uh,
had never
there
watched
we go.
Wild Wild West.
Nice correction. Um,
Uh,
it does star Wild Wild Smith, as you know he is known. Um,
yeah,
and the
as
movie, I can't
as
in good conscience tell you that the movie holds up in any redeeming way. Uh,
no, no, it
if
doesn't.
you don't mind a
No,
movie that is very much made in '99 and is filled with a decent amount of homophobia, a lot of racism, then maybe there's a reason to watch it if you don't mind that. But if you're gonna watch it, what I will say is, if you are going to suffer through this movie, I hope me and Chris have made it slightly easier for you. Because this is where we're going to talk about this new thing we did that we didn't tell you we were going to do.
that's right.
Um, we have created a Patreon that is completely free, no charges, nothing like that. We're not asking for any money. But
Yep.
that what you can find on set. Yeah. Well, no, these two videos will never be charged for. Will we someday
Yeah,
give content on Patreon for money? Maybe. For
maybe.
now, it is a place to upload free audio for us, because all
Yeah,
the other podcast apps didn't work right. They weren't
yeah,
good. So if you want the audio version of this podcast, you can find it at our Patreon, patreon.com/downtown Kentucky. Real easy. It brings you right to it. But what
yeah.
we knew, speaking of specifically Movie Club, we have a new series on there that's an audio track. It's an audio thing. It's a commentary track.
Yeah.
It's if you've heard of riff tracks or um, Achievement Hunter had their own version called
Mystery Science
Theater
Theater
Mode.
3000.
Yeah, there's a lot of
There's
different
another
ones
one.
like that where it's basically me and Chris every week. We're gonna watch these mostly bad movies, and I believe for future I'm gonna try to this one came out today, but in future I'm gonna try to put it out on Sunday, so it gives you a little bit of time to try to watch it. We have it's the movie club commentary. You get to basically watch the movie with us.
Yeah, alongside of us.
I mean,
Listen to us.
you still have to have the movie, whether it be through an app that you choose to use or owning it.
Yeah.
But if you want to throw our commentary on with you, you can suffer with us and maybe hear
Yeah.
us make some funny jokes when the movie has no funny jokes whatsoever. Like
Yeah.
Wild
Like
Wild
Wild
West.
Wild West, where it attempts to make jokes
And
and does it.
and maybe
Over and
in
over
the hour
and
and
over.
45-minute movie, maybe 2 jokes land.
Mm,
Maybe.
yeah. Hey, that redneck joke was kind of funny.
Kind of funny. That's one of the 2.
Yeah. And the other one is the part where he wiggles his knife boot. His boot knife.
I still didn't enjoy that. But yeah,
Fair.
this is where I guess on Movie Club in general that we will give a very small review. This movie sucks. Don't watch it. That's my review for Wild Wild West. Chris, do you have anything to add to the Wild Wild West review?
My review of the Wild Wild West is this movie was really, really wild, and I don't remember being as bad as it was, but boy howdy, was it as bad as it was.
It's pretty darn bad.
I will say, playing the devil's advocate here and trying,
Don't worry, Chad. I won't let him.
Justify some of the jokes they tried to make, or not justify, because they're definitely not justifiable.
Yeah.
Um, but try to more, I guess, make sense of, why would you put that? It is a period piece taking place in 1869 Louisiana.
Yeah, you were right. They tried ever so slightly in the script to explain why the script is filled with badly done racist jokes. But it,
But
it didn't matter.
yeah,
This movie is very much it is a period piece, but it's also a period piece in the sense that it was made in the 90s, and you can tell.
yeah, and it is also a product of its time.
Yeah.
And oof,
But if
oof.
for some reason this review made you go, you know what, these guys, they're saying it's bad, but I want to know how bad it is. I encourage you to at least laugh at it with us for the few times
Yeah,
we got to laugh. Go to our Patreon where from this point forward you will find our commentary tracks for the movies that we talk about in Movie Club.
that's right. Or if you are a vehement defender of Wild Wild West and you say, no, this is a good movie, I challenge you to go and watch it
Rewatch
alongside
it.
our commentary track.
Yeah, rewatch it. We challenge you, yes. But now it's time to choose. Yeah, it is. But it's time to find out what movie we're watching next week, which it's gonna be a random draw, baby.
That's right.
So I'm gonna go over. Oh, you can already see some of these movies on this list. Oh, buddy.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah,
There's
that's
some.
right. Jack and Jill is on there. Oh
That's
my
right.
gosh.
We'll list off all the movies we have here. We got Pan, Scooby Doo, Master of Disguise, the unreleased Captain America movie from 1990, The Fantastic Four from 1994,
Yeah.
the Fan Four Stick, which was the most recent Fantastic Four that I call the Fan Four Stick because they for some reason chose to put the 4 as the A and it looked real stupid. We have probably the worst animated movie ever created in Food Fight. We have Ghost Rider 2. Oh, I jumped. We have Inspector Gadget 2. We have Little Hercules. We have Theodore Rex, Chairman of the Board, Kazam, Snow Dogs, Can of Worms, Jack and Jill, Love Guru, and Cat in the Hat. And not one of these sound good. And we will probably add a couple more because we kind of did this last minute. So for this week, we will do this one. And then actually, honestly, I think next week we won't actually do a drawing because we have some plans for October that we'll tell you next week.
Right.
But yeah, so let's find out what the movie me and Chris have to suffer through. All right. All right. So me and Chris are going to be watching the most recent Fantastic Four movie.
Fan Four Stick.
Fan Four Stick. Yeah. We will try to get that.
At least it wasn't Jack and Jill.
Oh, yeah. Well, don't worry. Jack and Jill will stay on the list. Nothing will ever come off this list until we watch it. We might add some more stuff into it. Hopefully trying to, make it so we don't have to watch some of these bad ones. We might try to add more and more as we can. Like, let's add this movie. Let's add that movie. I plan on at some point adding some DComs on there. I just didn't get to it today, so... Not that DComs are bad. They're just very much children TV movies, so there could be some fun to make fun of, probably.
Almost certainly.
Yeah, but next week on the Movie Club, it's Fan Four Stick.
Yeah, it sure is.
And if for some reason you want to watch that with us so you can be there for the discussion when we talk about it next week on the podcast, we will have the Movie Club commentary on our Patreon for you to suffer through it with us.
Yeah.
Well, it's not done yet. We still have one more segment.
That's right.
Well, that's right. We have another segment. That's right. It's time for the Tournament of Champions. This week's topic is video game mascots.
Now, before anyone gets angry in the chat, if you don't see your favorite video game mascot, get over it.
If we don't discuss your favorite video game mascot, let us know what it is, and maybe we could do a part 2 to this someday.
Yeah.
That's the better way.
Yeah, there's no reason we could have. We
have 8 of the most famous video game mascots we're going to be discussing today. Yes.
8 of the most famous.
Sure. And we could. There's definitely more than 8 others, though. So if you want to see more video game mascots, let us know, and we might do that. We might just give that to you. But
We just might.
let's look at the bracket, because that's right. Sorry, audio listeners. Don't worry.
If I don't see Humana Guy from Crash Bandicoot, I'm unfollowing.
Well,
Whoopsies.
I would argue Humana Guy is not the
video game mascot.
the mascot of Crash Bandicoot.
Who
But
would be
let's
Crash
go
Bandicoot.
over
Anyway,
our top 8 list real quick. Let's show them the bracket. If you are listening to audio, I'm sorry you will not get to see the bracket, but we will explain with the bracket to you.
Yeah.
On our West Coast, we have Master Chief versus Master Chief versus Pikachu.
Oh my god.
Also on the West Coast, we have Mega Man versus It's-a-me, a Mario.
Uh-huh.
Now over to the East Coast, we have Link versus Spyro.
Yeah.
And in the battle of the most beloved animals in the world, we have Crash Bandicoot versus Sonic the Hedgehog. I want to just give a shout out to anyone who's wondering why is Samus not on here. It's because Chris thought Master Chief is more important. Be mad at Chris.
Yeah, I'll say it. Who cares about Metro?
Oh, hot spicy take. And also, if you wanted to see the main character from Infamous that we all remember his name, he also sadly was the 9th seed and therefore did not make the cut for this one. I apologize.
Yeah, sorry.
To the amazing Sucker Punch Productions who created.
Yeah, but if Samus isn't the really cool shooter person from Smash to you, then I don't know what to tell you.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Samus isn't here. I just apologize. Let's discuss it. And by the way, the rules might change each week on what the criteria is, but this is in a battle. That is the
fight to the death.
A fight to the death. We will discuss.
I'm not liking our chances for some of our matchups here.
That's fair. Now, this first one we have is Master Chief versus Pikachu.
Now, does Pikachu have a gun in this scenario?
No, but he does have his Lucha mask.
Oh, okay. So Pikachu does die here.
Well, I don't know. Is this Ash's Pikachu? Because that little punk can't die.
He does have a hard time dying. Okay. Yeah, so I guess we...
Oh, I guess we should say what games are which. But yeah, Master Chief is...
It's from Halo.
Halo. We'll do it as we go through the bracket. So we'll still continue this discussion, though. Master Chief from Halo versus Pikachu from Pokemon.
The Pokemon series.
Yes. And yeah, so... I don't know, can Pikachu electrocute Master Chief before Master Chief can shoot Pikachu? I don't know.
I'm sure Pikachu could electrocute Master Chief, but I don't know if he could kill him fast enough.
That's fair.
Whereas, I feel like Master Chief, being the war-hardened space marine that he is, could just, pull out a gun while he's being electrocuted and shoot
Alright,
Pikachu.
fine!
He has a shield?
I don't have a strong enough opinion on this, so I will default to Chris, and Master Chief will move on.
As much as I love Pokemon, Master Chief has a gun.
Alright.
You can shoot a Pokemon.
Alright, fine.
Especially Pikachu.
Fine, Master Chief, he moves on. You know what? Fine. You've made the Pokemon fans mad. And Ishwar happy.
Pokemon fan.
That's fair. I just hate Halo. I don't like shooters, so I just don't care about him, and I didn't even want him on this list. But he's here, and he's moving on to round 2. So now to the next of our West Coast bracket, we have Mega Man versus Mario. And this is a Mario who could use any of his power-ups he can get his hands on. So any power-up from any of the games he could hypothetically use.
Okay.
Yeah. This isn't just Mario as plumber who stomps on head, no power-up. No, that's not fair. This is... Mario has the option to have power-ups.
So he has...
I will say the one power-up I will exclude is...
the star?
Yeah, that's fair. I wasn't even thinking about that. That is one...
For momentary invincibility?
Yeah. Invincibility makes him... It's just not fair. And I would also not include the bell from the most recent like Bowser's furry or whatever.
Oh, the
That
one where he goes
the
into a
one
giant
he
Super
turns
Saiyan
into a
cat.
giant Super Saiyan cat, and that just he would destroy literally everyone on this list is that, and that's
I
just
don't know if that's true.
all right.
Because all he can do is giant Super Saiyan cat is still just jump
Yeah, but he's a giant. None of them can.
and cat dive.
I mean, fine. He could be. He could be
Link
super
has
cat.
taken on giants
But we're
constantly.
not even talking about Link right now. We're talking about Mega Man.
Okay. Yeah, I think Mega Man still definitely has a very solid chance to win, if not is very much the clear winner in this
Yeah,
fight.
no, I think you're probably right. Honestly, it was
Because
one of
Mega
the.
Man also with all his access to all the powers that he has
Yeah, he can go
is
against. He
just
has. Depends on what.
insane.
Yeah, no, Mega Man definitely moves on. All right, now over to
Just
the.
his default power is a energy
Yeah,
buster.
yeah, no, he probably already might win. Um, well,
Rip.
now we're moving
Sorry,
over to
Mario.
the East Coast bracket for
Hello,
our first
Mario.
round on the East Coast. A very fantasy-driven story here.
Mm.
We have Link versus Spyro. We have a knight-ish kind of. We have Link, whatever you describe Link as. I don't
Yeah,
know what he
I'd
is.
say that's fair.
You have Link, who's a
Guy with a
fantasy
sword and
character,
shield.
yeah, versus a literal dragon. It is the most fantasy mashup that I don't think any of us realized we needed in our life.
Mm. Yeah. That being said, a
Oh,
very
Link.
small dragon.
Also, real quick, Link is from Legend of Zelda. Spyro is
Oh
from
yeah.
Spyro. Mega Man is from
Mega
Mega
Man is
Man.
from Mega Man.
Mario is from the Mario series.
Super Mario Brothers, yes.
It depends. Some of them don't have that in that.
But yeah. Uh, my money is on Link from Adventures of Zelda.
Mm. From Adventure of Zelda,
Legend.
the first one? I
Yeah.
don't think so.
I
Not from
think
Adventure.
honestly, he could. But Legend of Zelda,
Yeah, the franchise, yes, no. Yeah.
uh,
I like Spyro, but I think you're right.
yeah, I like Spyro, but
Spyro's kind of
he can
a weak
fly,
dragon. Let's be real.
shoot fire at a very short distance.
Yeah.
Uh,
He also collects eggs.
you know what Link can do? Is shoot sword beams.
I mean, but
And also the
Spyro.
Master Sword can cut through anything. You know.
So we're saying Spyro loses.
I think Spyro dies.
Oh,
I think
okay.
Spyro's getting cut up,
Oh.
bro. Bro, I think Spyro's dead forever, bro.
Well, let's move on to I'll be honest, the battle that I care the most about.
That's fair.
It's Crash Bandicoot versus Sonic the Hedgehog.
And this is where something dark is going to come out. And I'm going to lose a lot of fans here. I am a Sonic fan.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, that's gross.
Sorry.
I am a Crash fan, so this is the
I'm
battle
also a
you
Crash
want.
fan.
Yeah, Crash is awesome, but also
Crash is awesome.
here's the question: are we talking purely in the games or all lore behind a character? Because if so, Sonic definitely wins. The Sonic comics make Sonic so OP.
Yeah, that's true.
Even
in the games, he's kind of OP.
Yeah, I don't know. Do we count all lore for a character? Because if so, there's no doubt that it's Sonic. It's still, even just in games, it's still probably Sonic.
Moving at the speed of sound. He's the fastest Hedgehog around.
He moves faster than the speed of sound sometimes in the comics.
Yeah.
It's insane, some of the stuff he can do. He, I think goes
if
as
he has
fast...
the Chaos Emeralds, forget about it.
I think he goes faster than the speed of light in the comics.
I mean, there's that bit in, the Sonic the Hedgehog movie where he just, stops time. And, stops time and jumps on all the missiles and...
Yeah, no, if we're counting Sonic media, which I don't, that's not fair because no one else has media to go off of, unless we're gonna talk about the really crappy Legend of Zelda cartoon for Link. So we'll just go just in game. I still think Sonic wins.
Still going Sonic the Hedgehog.
Especially when you think about the fact that Sonic can become like a werewolf from that one really crappy game, Sonic Unleashed. That's canon.
Yeah, it sure is.
We'll just gotta say Sonic.
Where's Sonic? Where he's got stretchy arms.
Well, now for our first semifinal, This is the West Coast Championship. This is
Honestly, this
Master
is where
Chief.
things are gonna get interesting.
This is a fun one. This is Master Chief versus Mega Man. Oh, also I want real quick. Just a thought I had. There's a reason. There's another character I feel like is a glaring omission, and will also be a glaring omission from the next list if we ever make it. Kirby will never be on this list because Kirby could just steal the power of the person they're fighting and therefore always win.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of arguments about video game characters, and Kirby's kind of always been one of those contentious ones. Kirby is, his power level is like kind of up in the air. He could be like the most powerful being in the universe.
I think Kirby is just it's too hard. It's too hard to quantify. So Kirby is just not eligible to ever be on the list.
Right, Kirby.
I'm sorry.
Love you.
Kirby, great character. Realistically, Kirby should have an equal chance against to get literally anyone you put him in the fight with because he can just have their power. So, Kirby, sadly, will never be on the list. Back to the West Coast final. Master Chief versus Mega Man.
You know, I'm inclined to believe that Mega Man would come out on top.
I think he
in
would.
This fight.
Because
Master Chief, despite having like impressive fighting abilities and like an arsenal, Mega Man's arsenal is just also on him all the time.
Yeah, and he's also
and has access to it at all times.
He's gone depending on where you are, and like I guess any individual time you have Mega Man, he can only have up to like 8 powers at once. But if he has all 8 of a power, that's a lot. Like, I think Mega Man beats Master Chief, and that's not just me hating Master Chief. Because as much as I wanted Master Chief to lose to Pikachu, I knew it wasn't true.
Yeah.
I think Mega Man beats Master Chief.
Also based on the fact that Mega Man could like jack into the electronics of Master Chief's suit and just like shut it down.
Fair. It's good
from the inside.
It's a good point.
I am again inclined to believe that Mega Man.
All right. Here's the thing. There's no dissent here, so it's Mega Man, baby. We
got Trump eats shorts in the chat. Realistically, Big Chad Commander Shepard takes anyone on this list. I don't know if that's true.
Well, Commander Shepard did not make this list. If you want,
but maybe they'll make it to the next list.
Yeah.
So find out in one of our future podcasts.
That's fair. But to be fair, I did kind of pick these due to like I just Googled video game mascots, and these were like the top 8 for the most part. I think there was also like some weird ones that like were like there's no way they'd actually be on this list. Like I don't remember there's like some like N64 game with like a alligator. I don't remember what his name was. I think it was one of the first 3D games. But
it sounds very familiar.
But there's also he's not that popular. So like I was like that's weird that he made it this high on this list.
Banjo-Kazooie. Literally any of the characters in Smash.
Yeah. So next time we're gonna do 9. We're gonna do a 16 bracket tournament of all Fire Emblem characters.
Lord of mercy.
Just kidding.
I'd rather die.
I know nothing about Fire Emblem, so that will never happen. I'm sorry.
I know, like 2 things about Fire Emblem.
All right. Well, let's get back to the bracket. This is a very serious discussion.
Matters at hand.
We have Link taking on Sonic the Hedgehog.
Now, this is another hard one to gauge.
Yeah.
Because Sonic, again, you know, is faster than the speed of sound.
He is faster than the speed of sound.
He is the fastest hedgehog around. And Link, while being, you know, a pretty powerful dude, and, well, depending on what Legend of Zelda game you're playing, where he can stop things in time, you know, in Breath of the Wild, he has access to that power.
It's true. But Sonic can go Super Saiyan, as Gooby has pointed out. And
that is true. That would also imply that Link had the ability to aim directly at Sonic and use the power without Sonic like speeding out of the way first, which would never happen.
I'll be honest. I think even if you disagreed and I disagreed, I think we'd have to go with chat right now, which goes for Sonic. So I support Sonic already.
To make a case for Link, and it's just not there.
I'm still mad that Spyro lost, so I was gonna, out of spite, never let Link make it further.
Well, Link is really cool.
Link is
But
cool.
he definitely does not beat Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog makes it to the finals.
To no one's surprise.
And, yeah.
Sonic the Chad.
The internet rejoices. Sonic has made it to a top of a tier list. Or not
and it's
list,
not
but...
because I'm a fan. He's just really OP.
Alright, now we have Mega Man versus Sonic.
Oof.
Weeagooby's putting their bet in for Sonic to win the whole tournament, and
I hate it here. Whoa. Hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I would have to look at Mega Man's list of powers here to see if he could counteract Sonic's super speed.
I don't think he can.
It's
why I was telling us to do rock, paper, scissors, but I don't think we're disagreeing here. And if we do disagree, we flip a coin. Actually, is how we actually solve disagreements. We go over the coin flip.
Mega Man's powers. Hold on.
All right, well, this is serious. We want to make sure we give you the right answer for this one. So
yeah, this is the championship of round one of. Yeah, this is really the qualifiers for video game tournament of champions.
Is it? Because I think that's a horrible idea. Because we put the top everyone in this list. We're gonna get to list, like 4 or 5, and it's gonna be like, I guess Conker makes the list today.
We've got Bomb. We've got Magnet Beam.
Oh, Magnet Beam. Sonic's not made of metal.
Rolling Cutter.
Okay, maybe.
Super Arm, Ice Slasher, Hyper Bomb, Firestorm, and Thunder Beam.
Sonic, I also want to point out that Sonic has experience destroying robots. It's kind of his whole thing.
He does have exclusively experience in destroying robots.
Oh my goodness, we have 7 viewers right now for this part of this.
Heck
oh
yeah.
My!
Everyone wants to tune in to watch us talk about video games.
Welcome everyone who's here.
Together.
Thank you.
They're like, this isn't people talking about poop. This is stupid. I was lied to. You guys suck.
Hey, Tournament of Champions is only a segment. I can't name it after that. There was a lot of talk of bathrooms. I'm sorry.
He does have a shield.
My answer is Sonic. Unless you're going Mega Man, the answer is Sonic. I'm sorry, Internet. You were right. Sonic is the meme answer, but Sonic is the right answer.
It is the meme answer because it is the right answer.
Yeah, Sonic is the greatest character to ever be created.
I'm not going to say that, but he is very powerful.
Well, Sonic's not the greatest character ever.
We can't include Kirby in this.
My OC in the Sonic universe is actually the best.
Oh, okay. It's like Shadow, but instead of Shadow, his name is Light.
Yeah, he's got like 3 guns instead of 2.
Mega Man could kidnap. This is Sonic. Oh my gosh.
And kill her in front of him, making Sonic too sad. Yeah, no, that's fair, but also, it's Sonic, and Sonic can get any girl he wants, and I don't think he cares about any girl. Yes, ain't nothing holding Sonic down, am I right? Ah.
Sonic doesn't care about women.
Yeah,
all he cares about is chili dogs.
I gotta go fast out of this relationship. Yeah, what
is that? Is that commitment I smell? Gotta go.
I'm worried. Chili. The answer's Sonic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Internet. The answer's Sonic. Sonic is the champion of the first ever Tournament of Champions video game mascots.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll have a championships where we feature all of our winners from previous. I
think we will I think not even just video game. We might do another video game mascot one. I think the way we're gonna do this first mini season of Tournament of Champions within our podcast is on the 9th episode we will have the 8 previous winners of different things. I think it's who won the last one?
I think it was Thor. Oh, Thor versus Sonic.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Thor, Sonic, and 6 other people are going to make it to the true finals. at some point of the first to be crowned the true champion of the first season.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So back over to us.
Well, we hope you guys enjoyed that segment.
Yeah, that has been Tournament of Champions, which that was a fun one. That was a fun Tournament of Champions.
It was.
We have, just I guess this is where this is the outro now.
It is.
Thank you for
a very terrible outro.
Yeah, we're really good at outros. Yeah. So we have. This is where I'm gonna plug stuff now. I'm gonna plug things we do. On Tuesdays on Twitch, we play co-op games. We are currently playing. My brain braked.
Super Bunny Man.
Super Bunny Man. Tuesday. There we are. I also said my brain braked instead of brain blanked.
Don't worry, Austin's currently having a stroke. This is regular, so.
Thursday, we play Lego Star Wars, baby.
Yeah.
And Monday, we do the podcast. And if you would like to see any of those in video form, please go go over to our YouTube, because this will only be here for a month. So please go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just search Downtown Kentucky. We sadly don't have enough stuff to actually have a link that takes you like that. I believe there is a link on our Twitch. Like, just go up to the links. There's a link that'll take you to our YouTube, because it's a bunch of string of things, because I have no choice.
Just subscribe to us. It doesn't cost anything.
Yeah, please go subscribe to our YouTube. It'll help us a lot. I mean, really,
if you're not following us already?
Yeah.
Please.
Also, if you want an audio version of our podcast, you want to let's say you missed part of this one, but you want to just listen to it. You don't want to have to look at our stupid faces. Respectful, I understand. Yeah. We have an audio podcast available for free on Patreon. You just click on it and it downloads immediately for you. It's real easy. It's honestly the best podcast app I think we could have been on, which is ironic because it's not a podcast app.
Yeah.
But it's also where you can see the movie club commentary, where you'll get to hear us talk about Fan 4 Stick.
Yeah.
You can watch Fan 4 Stick with us.
You can watch Wild Wild West with us.
You could.
Ooh.
I wouldn't, but you could.
You could. That's a choice you can make.
So that's at patreon.com/Downtown Kentucky for exclusive audio content for free. That's all the plugs, I guess. I don't know.
And that is all that we have for this week of the Downtown Kentucky podcast.
The number one podcast that we make.
That's right.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.